Unveiling the science behind viral videos. This little girl was heartbroken when her cotton candy disappeared after she dipped it in water. Making cotton candy involves turning solid sugar into liquid syrup, then into solid sugar threads. Sugar dissolves in water, and cotton candy dissolves faster than regular sugar, so it vanishes instantly in water. Mischievous adults can use this trick to amuse kids during the holidays. This lady tapped a Coke bottle a few times, and it froze. It's the same principle as supercooled water and supersaturated acetic acid solutions. The Coke bottle lacked nucleation sites, so even at freezing point, it didn't freeze. Tapping the glass bottle creates vibrations that generate nucleation sites, triggering crystallization. In Japan, there's no concept of licking yogurt lids because yogurt doesn't stick to the lid. This phenomenon is called the lotus effect. A superhydrophobic principle. Water droplets on a lotus leaf roll off instead of sticking because the leaf surface has tiny hairs. Water forms droplets due to surface tension and only rolls on the hairs. The non-stick yogurt lid is treated with a special hydrophobic material, so it doesn't stick. The video's title is, "Even He Can Find a Date." Heartbroken? No worries. Being single makes me happy. Being single brings me joy. When a disc is stationary, it's generally hard to balance because it's difficult to find the center of gravity. But once it starts rolling, it doesn't easily fall over. Look, it can roll so far, it's not about the center of gravity anymore. I've mentioned before that it's because of rotational inertia. Once a disc starts spinning, whether upright or tilted, it tends to stay in that state. The same principle applies to why a bicycle doesn't easily fall over when ridden. So why does it find another disc? Because the sewer position is slightly lower than the surroundings to allow water to flow in easily, creating a small downhill. Due to gravity, the disc rolls to the lowest point. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can chopsticks lift a cup of rice? The answer is yes. Lifting rice with chopsticks is a classic friction experiment. We know that the size of friction is related to the surface roughness and the pressure on the contact surface. So, if you poke the chopsticks deeper and tap them tighter, the pressure between the rice and chopsticks increases, and the friction increases, allowing you to lift it. You can also use a rougher chopstick. Like using this pencil, it's easier to succeed. Use a deeper bottle. The higher the rice, the greater the pressure at the bottom. A toothpick. A gentle poke can burst a balloon, but many toothpicks poking together won't. We learned this in middle school. The textbook even gave examples like breaking a stone on the chest or lying on a bed of nails. A single toothpick has a small contact area with the balloon, creating high pressure. With multiple toothpicks, the contact area increases, dispersing the pressure, making it harder to burst. This spoon can skim the oil off the soup because oil is less dense than water and floats on top. When you scoop, the soup flows through the small holes at the bottom, separating the oil. This pot is heated until it's red hot, and the egg seems to float without sticking. Why? Food sticking to the pan can be understood as sugars and proteins burning and sticking to the bottom. Most foods contain a lot of sugar and protein, so they easily stick if not handled well. Adding oil when cooking helps separate the food from the pan, preventing sticking. This egg doesn't stick because of the Leidenfrost effect. It means that liquid doesn't wet a hot surface but forms a vapor layer instead, separating the egg from the pan. When you drop water on a hot griddle, it sizzles and rolls around, which is the same principle. This is also the Leidenfrost effect. The part of the water droplet touching the hot sand quickly boils, forming a steam layer. The steam layer on the water surface prevents direct contact with the hot sand. The flowing steam pushes the sand away, and the water droplet sinks due to gravity, making it look like the droplet is drilling into the sand.